Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a good Wednesday today. I hope you've been having a good week. We're back again with Celeste, hoping to continue through, what is it, 7B? I think, if I remember correctly. Hello, dude. Good to see you as always. And we're actually pretty close to the ending, I want to say, of this particular level. But it has been getting rather challenging, and I have an additional challenge today where it may actually end up shortening stream a little bit. I actually managed to sprain my hand slightly, I believe. A very minor sprain, like it. I don't recommend going ahead and playing video games with a controller in this situation, but I wanted to get progress continued here, I think I've got a brace on. Things should be relatively okay. If things get worse, we will be calling it early, or at the very least, if we get to the end of the current level, we'll probably be calling it, just so I don't push too hard. But yeah, as you can see, we are at flag 10. Let's see how it goes. Of course, I may be playing a little worse because of said brace. Yeah, I need to grab a wall there instead of going for dashes, I'm pretty sure. But going only with dashes or something, Yeah, I'm probably gonna need both of my dashes for the end of this section, I would say. Curses. Ow. This is arguably one of the easier wall jump sections, like right in there, and then once you turn that corner is when it... When I say easier, that's relative, but... Shoot. I think I almost had it there for a moment. And then I just head-butted into the block, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good week. Sorry for missing Monday. Things got a little gnarly weather-wise, so it didn't feel particularly safe to go ahead and stream when I might have to bail in like 2 seconds, Shoot. Hey, Flying Baguette. It's good to see you. Hope you're staying safe with the weather. Right now the weather is mostly just heat for us today. That is, Monday was definitely more of a concern here, at least. We do have AC. We can deal with heat as long as the AC is going, but when storms happen, that all will change that status rather rapidly, Yeah, hope you're doing well. And I make it around a corner and then I then I struggle to get back to that corner. Isn't that just classic? Oh, oh my gosh. Well, I made it through 10. Okay. You're also under a big heat wave at the moment. Yeah, I've heard a lot of places are, and some, especially some places that don't have that don't generally have air conditioning. So I hope everyone in those areas has come up with a plan for how they're going to manage in the heat, because I know that it doesn't usually get that warm there. I should have done double dash there, I think. I was way too far right, I'm sure. Okay. That's one of those I need to step off almost immediately, huh? Just enough to get my my dashes back in that spot. Man. Right into the spikes. Thankfully, we didn't have this type of wind on Monday. That definitely would have been an issue. I mean, generally, wind arriving from below is not something that a lot of places are built for, but the point being that that was one of the big risks for the storms on Monday that I canceled stream over. Ow. Okay, I didn't realize I was that far left, but alright. Owie. Yeah, some of this is not so much the hand injury right now. It's just trying to get the directions going. So, you know, the usual around here. Ow. Sometimes I just go way too high, I guess. Because of the wind from below. There we are. Should have gone for 2. Oh well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be dying here a few times. I can see why people were telling me 9 was a pain to get through. 10 didn't end up being too bad, it seemed like. I probably didn't even need to dash there, but... And that was probably what messed me up. But once again, at least we get to listen to good music, huh? While I'm dying over and over again. Shoot. Nope. Okay. It didn't spawn and respawn in time, unfortunately. I didn't think I was gonna be surviving that far. Was half of my issue. Let's see, what has been some news since we've... Oh, since I happen to be playing this on Steam, I know, well, I started talking about that and then I died. Anyway, the Steam Machine pricing has come out recently. That, I don't know if anyone else has seen about that yet. I think it came out like yesterday, that news, and honestly I'm kind of surprised, given current circumstances, that it wasn't more, but I get why people are disappointed at the, it didn't escape the Rampocalypse. Yeah, I was sadly very dubious that it would. And that got proved, that hunch got proven correct. But weirdly enough, it also didn't seem like it was as much as I was fearing it was going to be. Personally, I was guesstimating a little higher than it actually wound up being. It's still a chunk of change, though. Okay. Well, my aim was not great there, but I think I was starting to get the hang of it there. I think I need to kick off that wall, but I could be mistaken. Just glad they're also rolling out SteamOS support for more systems. Yeah, very true, dude. Waiting for the Steam frame and you're ready to pay for pain to the wallet. Yeah. Okay, so I may be incorrect in going for that kick there, I think. Maybe I need to do just 2 dashes across there. Oh, this flag. Yeah, this flag indeed. I managed to get here somehow. I remember someone telling me 10 was bad, and I guess it's a case of different things are difficult for different people. I didn't think 10 was horrible. It did take me a few tries. But this one is definitely living up to the pain hype that people were talking about so far. I hope you're doing well, Sepsi. Ow. Yeah, I wasn't far enough over on that one. There we are. I'm hoping to get through this and a few more of the of these today, but we'll find out if my hand is up to it. So far, so good. I just feel like I'm playing perhaps a little worse than normal. My hand, yeah, I actually sprained it a little bit. So I'm wearing a brace. I don't recommend doing this. Don't try this at home, folks. But I wanted to get progress done today. Since I've been missing so many days lately. Oopsies. Ow. Oh, it should heal quickly, I think. We've got a good number of things to help with this situation. It's just a little annoying, perhaps affecting performance ever so slightly. Not that I was fantastic at this game to begin with, but you know. I'm not saying I'm bad either, but just saying I make plenty of mistakes even without that. But thank you for the well wishes. That was definitely... I needed to throw in another dash there. This flag is hard as heck even with full hand motion. Yeah. I must have just been barely scraping the spikes over that one jump. Because... because that felt like way closer than it should have been, you know? Or, well, hold on. I felt like I should have been in collision with them on that one attempt. There we go. That's the phrasing I wanted to use. Ow. If that's any consolation. Oh, I've heard the reputation of this flag. Mostly through y'all. So I'm not beating myself up too much for, you know, dying repeatedly here. Because I know this area is going to be tough. Oopsies. Regardless of any other situation. Oopsies. I definitely didn't time that jump right. No, I just barely missed that. You don't know the numbers, but the frame you saw the screen, you recognize it, which is pretty much always a bad sign. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is flag 9, though. just to call out the number in this particular case. Folks were saying, like, oh, yeah, flag 9 is going to be so painful, and I can totally agree with that assessment so far. Not in the literal sense, to be clear. Given current circumstances. Another situation where I felt like I should have been in collision with the spike sooner, but okay. We'll take those. Game decided to be kind to me for a second. I'm good with that. Forgiving hitboxes, yeah. Whoop. I started turning back a little too soon, I think, on that one. Otherwise, I should have made it, I think. I want to say I should be piecing together this, the movement pretty well here, but of course, we keep running into the 1 step forward, 2 steps back rule that for me here. Ow. Don't dash into the side of a cloud, Kami. Those cursed diagonals, as I say, as far as the dashing into the side of the cloud went there. Because in that case, I wanted to do a diagonal. bounce. Ooh, that was a big bounce. The hitboxes may be forgiving, but the level design sure isn't. True. Very, very true. Genuinely, I didn't think I'd landed on that cloud at that moment. Let me take a quick sip of my tea before we proceed here again. I knew the moment I bounced. It was at this moment that she knew. Okay, so I feel like I'm using too many. I get a feeling that I'm using too many dashes, and that's part of my issue getting to that area over there. I could be mistaken. Do I need to somehow maintain my dash over there? For over there, I should say. I'm not quite sure how it could be managed either, but unless I'm forgetting some basic, pretty sure you can't. Yeah, I was looking at it going like, there's no way. Unless I'm forgetting some, like, very basic movement thing, you know? Which is very possible. I've been off for a few days. It was just musing thought there, just trying to figure out how to go about things. Of course, I have to get there to actually have a hope of figuring it out again, but the section after that is all climbing and jumping and, of course, stamina management, because why would it ever be easy, right? Shoot. Whew, we saved that somehow. And then we still died, but we managed to save the initial jump. Oh, okay. I guess I accidentally dashed downwards or something. Didn't mean to. Because that was a very, quick death there. It seemed like. Ow. This is another one of those cases where I would say, like, hey, can I get a pair of binoculars to see what's going on here? But again, why would it ever be so easy, right? Okay, that time I definitely just straight up fell off the cloud. That was all me there. Really, every death is like all me in this situation. I don't think I've run into anything that was like a nonsense death, you know? Like like I said, that one was on me. That's what makes this game so good. It always feels like your fault. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime like that I'm dying here, I know it's something that I messed up. As much as I complain about, like, you know, diagonals and my controller and all that fun stuff, you know, like, and those do, and the controller to a degree I know does play a role in this, because it's a little trickier to get the diagonals going, but I know that, you know, the buck stops here. It's me, you know? There's no randomness, there's no RNG to blame. Okay, so, oh shoot, yeah, curses. Okay, so I made progress, but I need to grab way less, I think, on that. But I got an idea of what's all the way over to the left. Dang it. Pretty sure the only time this game ever calls on RNG is for visual effects that have no gameplay effect. And make no mistake, there are times when RNG, you know, is a very helpful. When I say helpful, I mean like very helpful mechanic in the sense of, you know, oh, you're having a random battle here in an RPG, or, you know, there's an element of unpredictability to an enemy attack, or things like that. But when you're trying to play something like this, RNG is very frustrating. So I can definitely appreciate the comparative lack of it here, which is exactly why there's none. Yeah. Oh, I tried. Okay. That was definitely way too high there. Owie. But yeah, RNG for like effects is for effects is great too. It kind of keeps things interesting in terms of like background and other graphics and such. Even stuff like snowballs and Oshiro attacks are purely deterministic, which you might not expect, and that is by design. Yeah, I did actually notice there was a connection between those and player positioning and such. I just still find it funny though, the times when a snowball will just launch from the right of the screen and I just get sniped out of existence. It's like, yep, this is how snowball fights felt back in the day. For me. Owie. We don't get a lot of snowstorms around here that allow for that anymore. At least in the last few years, but we got a decent snowfall last year, I think, but curses. Let's go, 7B. Good luck. Thank you, Autumn Shine Spark. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Oopsies. Did not react in time on that. Just killed the snow there too, yeah. Just got the cloud just told me no. Just bounced me right off the side. Did y'all see that? I know that was my fault, but it was still funny. Oh boy. Okay, definitely need to take another moment for a sip of tea because give my hand a slight rest here. We've been at this part of the level for a while. There we are. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be dead there, unfortunately, but... Since we actually wound up on the topic of weather again, I hope those of y'all who are in an area that is unseasonably and and I would say abnormally warm, you know, in the sense that you may not be fully prepared for that type of heat. I hope you're staying cool. I hope you're finding lots of ways to chill out, you know, staying hydrated. I'm thinking about y'all. You're suffering, but it's bearable. I'm glad that you're sticking through. That you're hanging in there. Started curving back towards the side a little too soon there. I think sleeping in about 25 Celsius is just still doable. I see. Hold on, let me do a quick... 77. Oh yeah, 77 is definitely doable Fahrenheit. I think a lot of the time I do end up 77 is very doable. I think I do end up sleeping in 77 degrees. That's not too far off from, I think, the standard temperature we keep around here. Dang it. Thank you for the conversion. I was just going like, hold up, let me get my freedom unit converter here. Celsius makes sense. It's just I can't do the conversion in my head, unfortunately. Keep temp around 75 for energy and environmental reasons. Yeah, exactly. We're not ones to make it freezing cold when it's the opposite of freezing cold outside. Oh, shoot. Oh. Don't ask me why my brain went to the lower block on that for a moment, and that was exactly my problem. Preferred sleeping temps around 21 to 22 C or 70. Yeah, that's very comfortable. That's very comfortable. For us, a lot of the difference is in the humidity, which does make a big difference. Makes it feel like even more of a problem than it would by itself, the heat. I should have jumped off the other wall. Oh my gosh. Dude. 295 Kelvin. But yeah. 72 degrees Fahrenheit, yeah. I still love the one comparison of like temperature charts where it's just like no matter which end of the Kelvin scale, you know, it went like, oh, 1 to 100 Fahrenheit. Well, one end of this is really cold and one end of this is fairly warm. Similar comparison for Celsius. One end is fairly cold and the other end is, you don't want this. You're probably dead. And then on both ends of the Kelvin, you're dead or you're dead. Temperature charts are weird sometimes. It's impossible to get the apartment below 28 Celsius or 82 Fahrenheit until it gets cool enough around midnight. It's humid since the heat wave is coming up from the Mediterranean. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, the humidity, heat is bad enough. Humidity is what'll really get you a lot of the time. Ow. It's like, oh, have fun trying to regulate your core temperature because you can't use your usual your built-in temperature regulation system. Darn. Only escape right now is certain rooms at uni and cool showers. Your job apartment and like half the university don't have AC. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm thinking of y'all, you know, who are in places that don't really have that as a standard like around here. I'm hoping y'all are staying as cool as you can in the midst of everything. Taking care of yourselves, hydrating and all that. Fans and sweat do it. Yeah, true. Shoot. Upsy daisy. No. Nope. Maybe I shouldn't have said upsy daisy. I upsy daisied in the wrong spot. Ow. Always with the couple steps forward and multiple steps back. Forecast has a wave breaking Sunday night into Monday, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. I I would like to make it over these spike towers again, please. The game said no. I even asked politely, it still said no. I guess please isn't always the magic word. Ow. Yeah, I'm glad that there is going to be an end to the, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for the heat wave, because, you know, it can be rough enough, I know, over here, even with AC sometimes, when things get really cooking. Okay. No! Curses! I was so close to jumping off that wall, too. And that would have been me through this area. At least through this flag, I think. Unless somebody was gonna tell me something that was gonna be very disheartening. And that I'm only halfway through this flag or something. Hey Fuzzy, how's it going? Hey, you're not supposed to put a fan on the floor. That's dangerous. I know, right? I get a feeling it wasn't like the sharpest idea. Man. I hope you're doing well, Fuzzy. Oh. Okay, that timing worked out better than I thought it would, but unfortunately I still died. Up, see me? Up. Yep. That wasn't gonna end well anyway because I was spending both of my dashes there accidentally. Been doing well. Been bullying survivors as Jason with an endgame build. I saw some of that. That was mean. Or at least I'm putting 2 and 2 together with some of the stuff that you showed me already. But yeah, I was about to ask if you were enjoying it, if you were enjoying Jason, because it sure looked like it. Oh boy. Give some perspective. The norm here during summer is lows around 13 to 16 or 55 to 60 Fahrenheit, and highs between 22 to 27, 72 to 81. You can see why AC isn't standard. Yeah, oh, I can see why it isn't standard. I can see why it isn't standard. It's just the, you know, when things like this happen, you know, it just raises concerns for me there, you know, when I think about friends over yonder, I should say. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, boy. Oh, I get to learn new things. I get to learn new things. Okay. Okay. Okay, so dash, jump. New tech time. Yeah, I'm going like, okay, so how does this work? How does this business work? This is a very short section, but they're forcing me to learn it so that I can actually move on. Now, do I do jump, dash, dash, jump, or just... I get a feeling that I'm not quite doing this right. Jump immediately, practically during the dash? Okay. Too late? Okay. Hold on. Oh, well, I got it. Incidentally there. Of course, it helps if I don't bonk my head into the bottom of the block. Newest iteration of the endgame build. You're running Jason's new perk to have permanent and undetectable after roll generators have been completed. Ooh. Yeah, I can see that being a little... I can see that being useful, quote-unquote, for bullying there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this like twice in a row to get up this wall here. Okay. I definitely didn't do that right. We just taught it, so now do it twice in a row with spacing, right? Yep. And I know I keep missing my timing for this. It's just, I get the concept, obviously, since I got here. It's just trying to get it right consistently. Excuse me. It'd be lovely if I had like a little block to kind of practice it with, other than that one. Community calls these wall bounces, or for short, wounces. Oops. Of course, I also have the fun of trying to jump straight up and doing diagonals instead. Oh. I got a good one for a moment there. It can't be boring, right? You just call them dash jumps? Shoot. Yeah, definitely way too slow on some of these. Yeah, I don't know which one which term I like better, wounces or dash jumps, but we're gonna be here for a minute. Because this is one of those things that I think my injured hand is going to be playing a part in a little, just a smidge. It's not painful, just making it a little rougher to act quickly here. Oops. That wasn't the right direction. Not the right direction at all. Oh, there we go. We got through there. Okay, so now what? Now what, fresh pain are we about to encounter? Clearly I need to bounce off of a thing. Should have wall kicked. I think. No. Why would you ever think a normal wall jump would do? True. I was kind of going like, well, you went through the trouble of teaching me that. You know, why would you ever stop? But... Indeed, why would I ever have thought a normal wall jump would do? Silly me. Playing Darude, but wanted to say hi real quick. Welcome on in, Austie. I hope you're enjoying Deltarune. Pretty good so far? Good! I'm glad to hear it. Okay, that was definitely not the intended jump there, I think. I don't think I saw the little trail, but I made it over. Yeah, I'm glad that things are going well for Deltarune. I need to eventually play it. It's probably not going to be a stream game, I'm sorry to say. I'm just not sure I can make an RPG interesting enough, honestly. Considering the amount of grinding that usually goes into them. Oop. Shoot. Alrighty. That was definitely not it there, but an attempt was made. There's no grinding? Huh. Still highly recommend against streaming it. Yeah, I've heard you say multiple times, Austie, about things in that regard. I keep hitting the bottom ledge of that when I want to do the Austie's probably right on that. I know things are rough for folks who choose to stream Undertale, which is a game I need to finish. I started, but I know what happens in it, but I started playing it and I didn't get around to finishing it. I know that folks have a rough time with others doing the whole backseat gaming kind of stuff. Undertale's significantly worse, but Deltarune has its share of spoiling Andes too. Ow. Spikes right in the head. Yeah, we're gonna be at 6 here for a bit, I think. Owie. Especially if I can't get this dash to work again. The reason is that those games are especially important to play blind for the best experience compared to even to other RPGs, and not everyone in chat seems to understand that. Yeah. I've definitely seen that happen before. And also people just generally telling others how to play it. You know, and going like, oh, you did this, you're doing it wrong. You know? How dare you play this route? Type of thing, you know? At least from what I've seen of, discussion. Man. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the absolute worst crowd. Yeah. That's the crowd that I know is led folks to quit many a game, unfortunately. It's very rough for games like Undertale and Deltarune, but I've heard of it happening with other indie titles especially. Yeah, this section is going to be rough for getting the timing down, just because, just in general, but trying to maneuver my thumb for, the right timing here is, a little rough. You can't wall bounce off a diagonal dash. Oh, okay. No wonder I've been having some issues. So I have to be like right under that then. Okay. See, I thought I was just getting the timing wrong because my thumb isn't the most mobile today. And your up dash has to be within a few pixels to be close enough to jump. And of course, then the timing, of course, you know. Well, I made a little progress. Got the first one, yeah. Now I just need to repeat the first one and get the second one down. You know, easy stuff. Somehow did that without the one jump, I think. Poor Madeline's gonna need a helmet for the number of times I keep failing this. You're waiting too long most of the time to jump. Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting at, where my thumb isn't that mobile today. You know, where I'm like, the timing isn't quite working out the way that one would hope. It's not impossible. Because clearly I'm able to do it on occasion. Significantly too long. Yeah, I'm sure you're right about that. And I wasn't close enough, even if I had the timing right there, perhaps. But yeah, I've got the type of brace on right now where my thumb is pretty significantly restrained, so... You know, I'm trying to hit these, but it's not always gonna go through, you know. That was definitely spacing. Shoot. I know the reason for that ledge there is to get people stuck. You're impressed I'm doing even this well with the hand brace. Yeah, things are challenging, but we're getting there. Ooh, we made it through. Let's go. Okay, so now what? Clearly I need to hit the I need to be much quicker with that, I think. And of course that missed because I didn't direct myself in the... to the refill. Well, that one was simple by comparison. Okay. Now what? Do I need to seriously do that wall bounce off the lip right there underneath the spikes? Okay. Oh, I definitely put two and two together there, where I'm like, there's only one reason why they would be doing that, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I didn't react in time. I didn't expect to land that at that moment. And I'm gonna keep bonking my head into the bottom of that in the meantime. Okay. Cursed diagonals. Okay. We made it to the next one. Now what? More wall bounces, I'm assuming. I'm just going to kind of yeah, that's definitely what's got to happen here. I'm reading ahead here. Yeah. Okay. I thought for a moment if I took if I had computed what was going on there a little sooner, I probably could have saved that. And, you know, Madeline, you don't need to be doing the knuckle cracking right in front of me there. Stop taunting me. I can't do that right now. Okay. So if I'm putting two and two together correctly here, and I'm very likely not, I'll be honest. Yeah. I'm going, do I need to... Okay, do I need to go below this thing or above it? I am asking that is for once a non-rhetorical question. Do I need to go above or below this thing to get the wall jump that I want? I need to go below? Okay. Oh, this is gonna be all kinds of fun. I got the first one. I'm definitely waiting too long to dash now, and that's half of my issue, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm trying not to bonk my head in the bottom of this thing. And still doing that. Too slow. Nope. Man. Really? Okay. Way too late. This section is hard until wall bounces become second nature, and they will be by the end of the playthrough. I think I am starting to get the timing down a little bit more. It's just, getting the rest of it down. And of course I say that and then I'm failing at every subsequent wall bounce attempt that I'm making, you know? Dang it. Like, I'm not great at them, I know that, but I'm starting to get a little better at them, I want to say. Come on, I'd like to get through this today. Just in case holding grab makes the timing much harder. Oh, I'm sure. And I have not been holding grab this entire section, except for when I'm just like hold up, what's going on here? Or oh no, panic grab. You know, I'm not actively holding down the grab button at the moment. Like, that was me grabbing just because I wanted to try and get back here. I'm not actively holding it down. Some people are just in the habit and really hurt since the game gives you a few extra frames of leeway unless it tries to grab the wall, which removes it. Yeah, I've heard the comment made for me because I know I have kind of a habit and I'm trying to be like a little bit better about that. And it kind of seems the counterintuitive thing to do for the effect that we're trying to get. So I'm trying to be very mindful of whether I am at the moment. Of course, now I'm just yeeting myself into the spikes directly, and that's also no good. Well, that wasn't the way I was supposed to grab that, but okay. And by supposed to, I mean the... I was supposed to do the wall bounce and not what I'm pretty sure was a normal jump there. Yeah, I'm gonna be dying here quite a bit. I've already. I can tell. We're gonna be here for a while longer. Let's take a sip of tea. I wasn't expecting to hit the thing there, so... Ow. Oh, man. Hey, Hawkeye, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm dying repeatedly at flag 3. Is how this is going at the moment. This would be challenging even without my hand brace today. That's happening because of an interesting quirk where you can wall jump off of, but not climb on, several pixels of air above a wall, making it just possible with a normal wall jump. Interesting. Okay, so I'm accidentally kind of using not quite an exploit, but something that's definitely not intended for this section. Yeah, my timing is still not great on this with the hand brace and all, I think. I'm getting it a little bit, but I've been getting it a little bit, I think, but it's definitely not consistent. This is abusable by climb jumping at the top of a wall and wall jumping off the air above it. It's intended behavior, but never taught nor required in base game. Gotcha. But yeah, again, the only reason why I'm grabbing there is just like, oh, I didn't get the right jump. Let's try to save this. If you're getting a wall kick, you're pressing jump slightly late. Which tracks with how I keep messing up the bounce, because again, my thumb is very restricted today with the hand brace, you know, so. Trying to get the timing right for the bounce is a little trickier than it should be today. You're really annoyed. The last part you need for your wheelchair, which you've already been waiting 7 months and counting for, can't even be ordered right now. It's an essential part you need to set. Oh no. Man, I'd just flat be screaming about that. Dang it. And of course, if I'm bonking my head into the block there, I'm definitely dashing too early. So, hoo boy timing on this. Plus trying not to say hello to the spikes poking out of the right side of that block. Believe you everyone for yourself to the shop and the insurance is screaming, yeah. Yeah. Dang it. I was hoping I could fudge it. I could not fudge that. Oh, got the wall bounce and immediately messed it up right after. I think that time I was expecting beforehand that I was going to fail that, and I grabbed, so I messed that up. That was my fault entirely. The preemptively grabbed. What you really like about this game, there's a little visual and audio cue when you pull off a trick like that. It goes boing, and then there's white speed circles. Yeah. The stupidest part is it's just knee blocks, that's it. Yeah, that's just so frustrating, I'm sure. I made it. I wasn't expecting to make it that particular attempt, but okay. Now, gee, I wonder what I need to do here. I wonder what I need to do here. Sarcasm, sarcasm. I am gonna take a quick breather for 2 seconds while I'm pondering the mysteries of the universe as I'm staring at this at this what appears to be a very obvious setup. In theory, the cheapest part of the chair, literally, oof. Okay. Man. The time when I wanted to dash up and then go diagonal. The thing about putting this at the start, you'll get so much practice on it while attempting the flag. Yeah, true. Hey, it's the practice section I was asking for. Like, yeah, they gave me a moment to, they gave me one section where it was, like, literally just that I had to do. But then it's like, okay, now do more stuff along with that. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Can I get a more focused tutorial here? Well, that still worked out, so... Flag 2, where you get to combine wall bounces with those difficult cloud jumps from before. You know, because fun, right? Ow. The real fun part is going back to earlier levels and finding everywhere you can jump higher with your new trick. Oh, that's gonna be a fun time for me later on off stream, I'm sure. You know, going back and cleaning up things that I didn't have done. It's not a common part, but it's not complicated to manufacture either, but each brand has their own Each brand has their own detentions, yeah. You do have a soft spot for games where every ability was always possible to do, you just didn't know it. Where it's just like, oh, and now you know. And now you can do this neat thing. Like jumping the spikes, apparently. That was not the timing I intended for that. Oops. I just didn't get the bounce I wanted there. That was my mistake. Yep, and it happened again. At least I'm getting practice with the wall bounce. Nope. Can we... Can I stop repeating that particular mistake? I didn't say trade for my ability to wall bounce. I said, can I stop repeating that mistake? But yeah, as opposed to games where things are locked until you find certain ability, which are also, you know, I do like those games, but the those ones where it's just like, oh, we teach you this concept now, and that's what you could, now with that ability you can do more than you did before. Just like, oh, hey. The timing of these things rather than, oh, now you can double jump because we say so. Sometimes. Well, that was not the wall bounce I was expecting. Dimensions. Okay. Sad part is the knee pads themselves are generic, but the hardware they sit in is brand specific. Oh no. Yeah. Double jump may have been a bad one to pick for Celeste because, you know, going back to earlier stuff, you might not always be able to do that, but I think the idea still carries over, perhaps. It's a personal preference thing, but find it more gratifying to learn a skill than just be given ability to, for free, the way you describe. Now, at least in Celeste here, it's it is tied to, say, story, you know, so it's not like, oh, in a Metroidvania, you just find this item hanging over here, and suddenly you can do thing. Ow. Right into the spikes. No! It makes sense and both are perfectly valid designs, you just have a preference. Yeah, exactly. No! And then I just marched myself right off the cloud. I probably could have saved that if I dashed in time, but... Uh-oh. There was no saving that one, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So this is the farthest we've gotten for this flag here. Dang it. One death closer to 500k total, be proud of it. I messed that up. Here we are. You especially just like, ooh, look at the shiny you don't have the ability for. Come back later type collectibles, which ability unlocking games tend to put in. I should have fallen a little farther probably for that. Celeste tech basically boils down to understanding momentum. And I totally missed the cloud, unfortunately. But hey, I'm starting to get better at those bounces. I think. I should have walked right off of that, man. I realized what I need to do the moment after I went flying into those spikes. That was a panic dash that time. Don't panic, folks. And also, don't forget to bring a towel. And if you got that reference, congratulations, you're probably old like me. Dang it. Oh, you turned 42 on Friday. Just a fun coincidence with the joke that I cracked a moment ago, or okay, we made it to this spot, and oh boy. This is gonna be fun to pull off. And immediately fail at. Slightly younger, but definitely old enough. I'm glad I'm not just cracking jokes that nobody except me and Dude will get. Oh, crap. Yep. Nope. I thought I had a better jump that time than I did. Oh well. crud. But yeah, I will be turning, I will be getting older come, Monday. This upcoming Monday. So, you know, I've had that kind of on the mind, so it's kind of also a fun coincidence that the birthdays are so close together there, Autumn Shine Spark. Happy early birthday, by the way. Shoot. You're a year younger than Patch. Ah, gotcha. Oops. Owie. Don't think I've died on that wall yet, so I guess that's a thing. Definitely have died in that spot, though. Shoot. No! I thought I was close enough. I was not close enough. Oh well. We'll get there. I hope. I'm feeling more hopeful than I was like an hour ago about possibly getting through the last 10 flags of this section today. The spacing is a real killer there. But you graduated high school the same year. Started school a year early, what don't think is technically allowed these days. Flag 2 just one away from the peak. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm feeling a lot more confident about getting through this today. It's not a guarantee, but I'm feeling a little bit better about it. And if that is the case, I'll probably end off stream at that point. And then do whatever cleanup I need to do, like off stream potentially for going into other areas. Ow. My death was greatly exaggerated. Hey Jazz, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Oh no. Yeah. That was like a last second save attempt, and I don't think I even did it in a way that could have actually saved it, so. Graduated high school at 17 since you were early based on current standards. And same for Hawkeye, yeah. For me, I'm going like, okay, doing the math for me, I think I was still technically 17, but it was close, you know, being a June birthday, you know? Kami, will you get mad if I say physical media / games is a waste of material? Oh no, just as a PC gamer is showing. Jess, don't rage bait me. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Hey Toast, how's it going? Might have been savable using the trick you described earlier, but definitely too high for a wall jump. Yeah. Working and now hiding on lunch. I'm very glad to see you. And yes, I'm also curious. What you got? This looks like anxiety level. Oh yeah. Pardon. And they literally just introduced a mechanic to me, you know, like, oh gosh, what was it, 5 flags ago? You know, where it's like, oh yeah, you know how the wall jumping? Here's a more advanced form of that. Got ham sandwich, goldfish crackers, and a cinnamon roll. Nice! And Dr. Pepper because you need caffeine to make the brain work. Shoot. And then I messed it up right at the end there. It was going fairly well until that point. There's mayo, mustard, and pickles on the ham sandwich. Okay, I can definitely see the mustard. I'm not much of a mayo person, and I do like pickles, but I don't think I've had them on a ham sandwich. I might need to try that at some point. Oh. Whoopsies. HRT blood work today. 9 months on You're almost 5 months away from 18 when you graduate. Yeah, that's why I was like, I think I was technically 17, but for when I graduated, but like it was a really close thing. No, wait, anxiety is not a chapter in Farewell, it's a track in the OST. You're back. No, it's fine. You're weird, you don't like mayo or mustard normally, but for some reason it works together in a ham sandwich, like they kind of balance each other out. It's the only way you can explain it. I get that, I think. Game, I am once again asking if I can get back to the one spot that I actually need to that gets me through this one flag, please. I might fail it again, but you know. Dang it. You like mayo and mustard on a ham sandwich, but you also just like them in general, so I don't mind mayo as long as it's light, usually. Mayo for me is usually more of like an ingredient in like a potato salad or something. Mustard is fantastic on most sandwiches. I do like that. Pickles I enjoy on most sandwiches. Just haven't tried them on a ham sandwich that I can recall. How'd I mess that one up? I know I headbutted that one. Dang it. Usually your issue is if you're not careful, it tastes like a mayo or mustard. Yeah, exactly. That's why I prefer my mayo light. Yeah, I messed that one up, unfortunately. You're the sort of person whose Subway order is yes. I haven't been to Subway in many, many years. But when I used to eat there, it was usually either like their tuna, or on occasion, I think I enjoyed their sweet onion teriyaki, but that was just me. I think. Well, obviously other people liked it because they kept it on the menu for a while. I'm pretty sure. Do they still have that? I don't know, because I haven't been in many years, but Kami knows I have interesting takes, like how she's the greatest VTuber ever, because she insists she's a PNG tuber, but I see through the lies of the Jedi. Oh my gosh. Jess, you're killing me. The idea was more just all the veggies. Oh, okay, I get ya, I get ya. By definition, she's a PNG tuber, but go off, I guess. Crud. Yeah. Okay, I keep missing that one ledge there. Liar, you're all with her. You love most veggies, but you don't like olives or mushrooms? Give me all your olives. All of the olives. Well, as long as they're black olives. I'm not a fan of green olives for whatever reason. I'm weird. Anyway, just need to set up further left. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Ow. Well, that's also a new spot for me to die, I guess, there. She can be a VTuber in our heart. You heard it here. Kami claims the olives from now on. Yes. I get all the olives. That's a win for Kami. You're a little picky about olives. They have to be fresh. You don't care for canned. Okay, I can kind of see that. Canned can be a little salty for people, but I don't know. That's what I like about them, kinda. And now I can't make it past this block. Really? Kami, you shall henceforth be known as Darth Olive Enjoyer, or Oliver for short. Oh my gosh, how many nicknames am I gonna... How many nicknames am I up to now? You've been to Greece, you got spoiled. Okay, I can totally see that, actually. Dang it. Your other friend has put claims towards shrimp you might have obtained because you tried to like shrimp but just don't. That's fair. If your other friend didn't already have claims on the shrimp, I would be claiming the shrimp as well. Just not at the same time as the olives, I think. You really feel old now. Just realized I've been training dogs at local humane society for 13 years. That is quite some time. Okay. Fingers crossed I can actually set up towards the left a little bit more here. Oh my gosh. Okay. We made it to flag 1. Whew. Okay, so now what? Note to self, grind levels in the game of life. Need to put more XP points into gender. Gotta min-max this. That would be a combo. Yeah, it would be. Okay. So I'm assuming at this point it's mostly like stamina management. Uh-oh. Or am I here? I'm not here yet. Okay. Okay, so... there we are. Well, that was amazing! I can't believe we did that! Nothing can stop us! You're scaring me right now. Oh boy. Surely you didn't forget there's always a cassette room. I didn't, but also was just a little thrown off about like, about the flag a little bit there. Oh dear. Please tell me I just restart like right here. Well, not here on this cloud, but lower. Timing. Yeah, okay, here we go. Nicely done. Thank you, thank you. This cassette room gave you a ton of trouble your first time more than anything else in the chapter? Oh dear. Shoot. Finn, do you have any... Is Finn here? Any interest in a Minecraft server for us, gang? Also, do you know if Kami will notice that I intentionally started this question with Finn? Maybe just a little. Shoot. Finn, if you are here, you're awesome. No takebacks. Shoot. To be honest, I accidentally typed her name. Okay, well, we're gonna sit here on this cloud for a second. And let's see if my one button still works, just because. Whether Finn is here or not. Oh no, there's way too many characters for me to send this. Hold on. I have to fix this somehow in a moment, but I will resume playing momentarily. Okay, well, we're gonna fix that in a second if I die, instead of just sitting here mid cassette room. Ow. What did you do? Well, I was trying to hit a button to give a shout out to Finn, but I had too many characters in it apparently, so I'm gonna have to workshop that. I put so much effort into that, and it's just YouTube's telling me no, you yapped too much. Shoot. Certified yapper moment, indeed. But you know, when I'm talking about my friends, I want to yap. I want to yap about how awesome my friends are. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention finally feeling less dysphoria. Oh good, I'm glad to hear. Hopefully it'll pass for now. Maybe when I get through this cassette room, I can actually... You know what? We're gonna bounce here for a second again. We're gonna take a moment. Hopefully this sentence is gonna make sense once I send it, but... Okay, that sentence does actually read like a sentence. I had to delete a whole bunch of yap in the middle. No more yap sad. Yeah, well... It was just talking about getting through backlogs of games and whatnot, so... Oh gosh. Okay. We made it to this one. So, how to time this? Carefully is the word. Dang it. Your problem in a nutshell? I thought I slipped by. I did not, in fact, slip by. There we are. Oh, cool creator. Maybe visit a street. Finn is cool. We love Finn around here. Dang it. This would have been bad enough with just the regular blocks, I think, but... Of course they had to make them spiked. At least this section would have been bad enough with the regular blocks. The other one... Shoot. I thought I was gonna run into the spikes anyway. Hopefully I can make it through this cassette room before stream end. Because honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it through a full stream today because of the hand issue, but of course. Your personality type to people who don't know you is your name. But when you get to know it, she's still an treasure. Jazz, we carry you. Yep, I had a feeling I went just short of what I need to do there. Jess, you're an absolute treasure. Are you okay? You mean because of the hand and whatnot? Yeah, my right hand has a slight sprain, but, I've got a brace on it. I'm trying to take it relatively easy, she says while playing Celeste today. If I were feeling uncomfortable, I would have stopped a lot sooner. But yeah, I was at least hoping to get through this, through this, and then maybe I would be ending off a little early, but, it doesn't seem like early is happening today. I've missed so many days lately, you know, I wanted to try and at least get a stream in today, even if it had to be shorter, which it didn't end up being. But still, don't try this at home, folks. I do not recommend, I do not advocate for playing despite having an injured hand. You're like a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, but there's no more gold because you spent it. Oh, that's a mood, Jess. Hey, Doomed, how's it going? Yeah, my hand should be fine. I've got a brace on it. I think I must have just, like, slept on it wrong or something along those lines. You know, the type of stuff that happens when you become old. Hold on, what? Kami replace herself with AI just to say I'll be back? Wait, is everything still coming through okay, or is that just Old problems, yeah. The stream lagged, but good. Oh, I see. Okay, that's a problem. Okay. That's a problem I haven't had in a while. Understand, just don't push it too much. Yeah, I'm trying not to... Oh, well, I didn't realize I was on the cloud there. Or you'll get Ultra Hand. But yeah, it's old problems, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully everything's okay with stream now. Let's see. It's too bad she's old. What do you mean, Patrick? Old people are the greatest. Full of wisdom and experience. And this is the part where I insert the one meme. Bitch, woo! I bounced right into that. Also, pardon my language, but that did call for that particular meme response. Ow. This is what I mean by, like, it kind of depends on the vibes, but we are very much not a family-friendly stream. Okay, now how does this timing work? Shoot. Okay. You can see stream fine, but it was loading for a few seconds. Oh dear. Refreshes might need to happen too, because... with everything, because it sounds like everything's delayed pretty significantly. You still need to open Xenoblade Switch 2 Edition? Forgive you? Why would we forgive you such a thing? In this household where I have never played a Xenoblade game. I love the wait, what? type of reaction there. Oh, you got me mixed up with Darren's. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Ow. If I can get through this cassette section before the end of stream, that would be fantastic. Then I can rest my hand. Again, right now, not painful, just... How dare! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I have horribly offended someone. either by saying the either by saying a word or by saying I've never played Xenoblade. One of these things one of these things did it. Well, I can't just do that on the spot, Jess. She replies Horizon Zero. No, no. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. That's the thing. I'm not going to tell you something I don't think in that regard. That being said, what might offend is I actually have that game and I haven't played it. I actually have Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I got it as like a download on my PlayStation 5 that I never use. Recipe so well. Yeah, I mean, it's there, it's set up, but like, and I've got games for it, but, genuinely, the Switch has seen more use. You haven't finished the Xenoblade, so we're joking. Oh, gotcha. I'm not sure I'm making it through this cassette by the end of today, but... the timing has been very... interesting. I know it's a set pattern, but... you don't really get offended. The only thing that gets to you is being invalidated. That just upsets, not... yeah. I get you on that. Kami, don't worry, I got you. Steam Remote Play. I won't get past the section while I'll die 500 more times. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. You haven't played it yet, but you've heard good things. Oh yeah, on the topic of Rain World, because that was mentioned, I did see that. I haven't played it yet, I have it. Only a true friend would die 500 times for you, right? I would die for you. Okay, but would you die for me 500 times in Celeste? Okay, well, at least I made it back here. Curses. You find the switch segment the easiest portion of this level? Interesting. But it does go along with what I say, different things are difficult for different people, you know. Pretty sure it only works for learning if you want doing the dying. Probably. But... But it's the emotion that counts here. It's the intent. Transfer knowledge and pain and suffering. Okay, trying to feel out the pattern here, and that's the thing. Curses. It was your Xbox, but right now I've been playing more of your Steam Deck. Steam Deck, rest in peace, 900. Yeah. At that price, genuinely, I know it got hit hard by the how crazy the memory and processing market is right now. At that point, if I was paying for something like that, I would probably just be getting the Steam machine, since we know what it costs now. Burnt yourself out on a game you and one of your friends played because you were lazy to finish the battle pass. Oh no. 1 terabyte OLED, by the way. You have the ROG Ally X. Ow. Okay, we're probably giving this like maybe 1 or 2 more tries. Maybe 3 if I really push it, but I think we're probably going to be calling it soon here, just because it's usual stream end time, and also I do kind of want to rest my hand at this point. I'm not hurting, to be clear. It's just probably a good idea. It would be lovely if I could get my timing right on this. Because that clearly wasn't it. You got yours before the price went up and during a Black Friday sale? I wanted to do a diagonal. Cursed diagonals. Man. Okay, we're gonna... This is probably gonna be like the last try. Right here. Shoot. Yeah. That was the last try for today, unfortunately. But I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. We made it through the 10 flags that I had left. We just need to do the cassette, and then we're all set for yeah, we're gonna pause that so we're not just getting distracted by bouncy. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. I hope to see you all on Friday. I will rest up. I will try to make sure that my hand is in better shape. Maybe I can actually complete this properly. And you're heading out, Toast, so that's good timing for both of us. We're both going to be pretending to be responsible adults. Everyone have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Stay cool out there. Stay hydrated. And bye-bye!